everyone, welcome back to my channel, All Things Mishkaya. Today I'm doing a video, 21 questions getting to know me. I've been on YouTube for like 2 years, but on and off. I've like had long spurts where I didn't do videos, and I was looking back at my channel and I realized, I've never really done a video, where people actually get to know me. I just get into doing whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So I have 21 questions and I hope they'll be fun to listen to the answer. First question is, what are you most passionate about right now? Me, I am passionate about career, school, and my son. Next question is, if you could go back 5 years, what would you change about your future? Something readily comes to mind, but I don't want to say it honestly. And it's just because of where I am now. I'll answer that question again. If you could go back 5 years, what would you change about your future? Honestly, I'd say nothing. Some of your experiences might be bad, but they make up who you are as a person. And stuff has happened over the past 5 years that I've totally regretted and wish I could take back, but I'm not gonna say I'm gonna take it back, because you grow from it, you learn, and the only way you learn is through experiences. I've moved on from it, I'm better from it, so I'm not gonna say change it. And when I say change it, I'm referring to a past relationship / situation. I wish I had never gone there. That's the only thing, but from it I got a blessing, so I'm not gonna say I would take it back. If you could, no, have you traveled much or do you want to? I love the idea of traveling. I want to. I couldn't for personal reasons, but now the world is my oyster and I'm fitting to travel. But we're all experiencing COVID, so you have to keep it low key. You can't go to these places that you want to, but definitely in the future I'm going, because now I have travel buddies who are interested in doing the things that I want to do. I'm interested in the things that they want to do, so it's more exciting now that I have people who are down to travel with me. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to traveling. I haven't done much, but I want to do that. Next question is, what's your biggest deal breaker in a relationship? I think my deal breaker, like everybody else, is cheating and lying. That's definitely a deal breaker. And like, if I know something happened and I'm confronting you about it, like, don't make me look stupid. Don't let me question, did I really see what I see? Because you're so adamant that I didn't see what I see. Like, when you start playing with my head, that's when I know I gotta leave, because, excuse me, sir, I am intelligent and I know if I saw something. You know those type of men who were like, for example, you caught him cheating, or you caught him flirting with a girl and you probably confronted them about it and they're like, that's not what you saw. Like, what? So stuff like that I personally don't care for. It's not necessarily a deal breaker. I just don't like people making me feel stupid. What was the last crazy adventure you went on? I wouldn't say I've been on a crazy adventure. I would say I just went somewhere where I had a lot of fun. It was my friend's birthday and she wanted to go to Atlanta, so I went with her. Atlanta is such a different culture, like people there just don't care, and it's deep south, so everything is fried. It's like, I'm like, are you serious? Sometimes you'll have them, everything is fried. They had fried mushrooms, and mushroom is my favorite vegetable. They had it fried. But the best part of the trip to me was the journey to Atlanta. We actually did carpool karaoke, and that was hella fun. I had so much fun. We had so much fun on the trip. It's just like, when we were getting back, we were like, okay, where are we going next? Because we really enjoyed the adventure so much. and it was just being around good company, you know. So I mean, it wasn't a crazy adventure. We were very responsible. We didn't do anything outlandish. I mean, I think we went to the strip club. That's not necessarily my favorite place to be. I'd rather be in a club dancing. But, you know, my friend liked those type of things, and we went with her to support her. It's not my scene personally, because I just sit there and watch the girls dance. Like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? You know? So, but I'd rather be in a club, because if you're playing music that I like, ooh, chat. I'll be dancing. I'll dance until I sweat. Like, if I like the club that I'm in, I'm not stopping. I'm dancing until they're like, okay, stop to go. I'm like, all right. And even so, I'm walking through the door. Ooh, ooh. But yeah, that's me. What is your favorite time of the year and why? Obviously, it's Christmas. Growing up, Christmas is like the time of year like we get to see all the family that we haven't seen all year. People are just much kinder. Like when I was growing up, people were much kinder. We cooked family dinner together. We baked together. It's that time of year you're sure you're gonna get some moolah from the parents. But now being an adult, Christmas is still the best time of year for me personally. I like fall, but like Christmas is my favorite holiday. So being a mother now, I try to make Christmas special for my son. I grew up in Jamaica. He's growing up in the US, so I try to incorporate, parts of my Jamaican culture and certain things that the American culture has during Christmas time. Like for example, this year I started the Elf on the Shelf with him because he's just a wild kid. And then so I keep moving it around the house. So every morning he wakes up, he's like, "Mommy, he moved." I'm like, "Yeah, he's watching you. So if you don't behave, guess what? You're not gonna see no toys under the tree come Christmas morning." So that has made him, because he believes it so much, it's like, "Mommy's over there, mommy moved." So he's been doing that a lot. So because I'd be getting up in the night and replacing. But you know what's funny? He's not here this weekend, and I promise you the elf moved and I didn't move it. Don't call me crazy. I promise you it moved and I didn't move it. So I'm gonna watch it and see what happened tomorrow morning. But yeah, Christmas is my favorite time of the year. Is what you are focusing on now for school or work what you want to do forever? Yes, I am a social worker by profession. I have a bachelor's degree in social work. I work with children, and I'm doing my master's to become a clinician. That's something I'm very passionate about, mental health, and it's important. I come from a culture where people don't go to therapy. I come from a very religious background, and when people suffer from mental health, we tend to explain it away with our faith. But I mean, I look at it in the sense that God put doctors here for us. We go to the doctor, we get our medication, we do all that stuff. It's the same thing for mental health. There are people put here to help you work through whatever you're working through, because sometimes we have families that we really cannot express ourselves to. So, it's definitely worth exploring, and the stigma that's associated with it. I'm very open to mental health. I'm open to going to therapy. I'm open to sending people to therapy, because there are tools that you genuinely can gain from going to therapy that will help you handle situations that you find difficult. So yeah, I'm very, very, very passionate about mental health, to the point where I am advancing my career to be a clinician. What was the best thing about where you grew up? For me, I grew up in a very rural community in Jamaica, and looking back, it was mostly, when I was growing up, it was mostly a farming community. And I liked the fact that we shared our crop. Like, say for example, if my grandfather planted yams, or he had mostly banana trees on his land, when his crops are ready, he doesn't keep it for him family only. He will share it with the other farmers, their family. It was just like an exchange. And if somebody else had something else on their farm, like tomatoes and carrots, I could remember people sharing their crops, and that's something that I really liked as a child. Another thing is, because sometimes I'm here and I grew up poor. I'm not even gonna like act like, oh yeah, I grew up poor, and that's just a fact. So we didn't always have money to go like to the supermarket and buy things in bulk for the week or whatever. So what we had in our community were little shops. You could go, you could buy one egg, like a frankfurter, you could buy half of a bread. I like those things. I genuinely like those things, because sometimes I go to the store and I really don't want to buy so much things because I live alone just with my son, and I find that a lot of food gets wasted. And coming from a poor background, that bothers me so much. But sometimes you can't help it. I can't overeat. I can't just try to get it done for it not to spoil or whatever. It just happens. I use what I want out of it, and then it just spoils, and that bothers me. And I was like, ah, man, if it was Jamaica, I could go buy 3 eggs instead of a dozen. I could buy 6 sausage instead of the whole pack of 12. I like those things. You know, I could buy 1 tomato. I could buy, you know, I like those things growing up. What would you do tomorrow if you were the last person on Earth? If I was the last person on Earth, what would I do? I don't know. I just live until I die. I don't know, because I don't know what I would do, honestly. What do you like most about yourself? I love about myself my resilience. Things will happen, I'll be down about it, I'll cry about it, I'll complain, but I don't allow myself to stay there. I have to get it out though, which I do, and I move on. I don't make whatever struggle I face break me. I keep pressing on in spite of, and I think that was something that was really instilled in me as a child. You just have to do what you have to do to get by, and I'm not trying to get by, I'm trying to be better. So yeah, I like the fact that I'm resilient, and I also self-reflect a lot. If somebody says I hurt their feelings, oh my god, I look back at it, I assess myself, like, where did I go wrong? Because it's never ever my intention to hurt anybody. What is your favorite movie of all time? Oh my god, there's actually several. I like this movie called Blast from the Past. I used to watch it so much as a child, and I love Sister Act. To this day, Sister Act 2, I can talk that movie from beginning to end. And I fell in love with The Temptation, and that was because that was my mom's favorite show. So we watched it a lot, and then I ended up liking the show a lot as well. Or movie. I call movie show. I use the terms interchangeably. What are you most proud of? I'm most proud of my son. I am very proud of the loving child that I'm raising. How he has a big heart, how loving he is as a person. Like, if my aunt, say for example, she hugs him or kisses him, he's like, can mommy get a hug and kiss too? He's just so caring. He has such a big heart, and I'm super proud of the child that he's growing to be. So yeah, I'm most proud of him. Do you have any secret talents? No, I don't have any secret talents. What is your wildest fantasy that is not to be shared with YouTube? Is there something that you used to do you love but never stop, but you stop now, or I don't do it anymore, whatever. I used to love playing netball growing up, and I stopped. It's not a sport here at all. So yeah, I really liked playing netball as a child. I played for my high school. I used to play just in the community with other girls. Yeah, I really liked netball. What were you like as a kid? A tomboy. There wasn't a tree I wouldn't climb. There wasn't a sport I wouldn't play. I could have rolled with the boys. But the gag is, I cannot ride a bike, even though I was such a tomboy. Because I grew up with a lot of, male cousins, and they tend to let me sit on the handlebar. They never allowed me to ride. And they did it to me because I was a girl, but I was just a tomboy like they were. What's the most valuable thing in your life? My son. What's your idea of a perfect date? Okay. I don't know. Perfect date. It has to be somewhere fancy because I like to dress up. Good conversation. I don't know. Just, okay, my idea of a perfect date is going somewhere nice, getting dressed up to go somewhere nice, good conversation. I don't even want to say chemistry because that's not even about the date. It's just like having good company and, doing something fun, like trying something for the first time. That could be a great date or a great first date or perfect date. I don't know. I don't think the perfect date is ever the first date. I think the perfect date might happen when you're actually in the relationship and you get to kind of know each other more now, and then the guy plans this perfect date because he kind of knows what you're into and he plans the date around that. I think that is the perfect date for me. I don't think the first date will ever be the perfect date. I just think that comes after being in a relationship, and then you kind of get to know the person more. What's the best advice you've ever received? I've kind of got a lot of good advice. I mean, I'm the type of person where if something happens, I tend to react. And sometimes my reactions are not necessarily the best. So I'm grateful for, I don't know if this is answering the question, but it's like I'm grateful for the type of people that I surround myself with, because I don't have one enabler in my life. I promise you. I don't have enablers in my life. When something happens and I'm expressing myself that this will happen, I have friends who's going to tell me, yeah, you were wrong. You probably should have handled it this way or that way. I really don't have enablers. I have people who tell me I'm wrong when I'm wrong, and that is very valuable to me, because you could have people in your life who are just like, yeah, go do that, and it's the bad advice because you're passionate in the moment and you could make a terrible decision. So my most valuable advice is advice I get from the people around me who care about me. Next question. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I don't know. I'll live here in the States. I grew up in Jamaica. I'm living here in the States. I just wouldn't necessarily choose Florida, even though I'm living in Florida. I would move to another state, up north. But yeah. How would you think your closest friends would describe you? I think they will say I am loyal. I give great advice. I'm supportive, and I'm always down to have a good time. I'm the yes friend. You want to go here? Okay, yes, girl, just give me the date and I'll go. I'm the yes friend when it's time for fun. And that concludes my 21 questions. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you learned something about me. I'm gonna do a lot more videos and try to, you know, incorporate my personality a little bit more. So, you know, my subscribers can get to know me a little bit better. Let's see where this goes. Anyways, bye. See you next time.